Hey everybody, welcome to American Idol Unaired. I'm your host, Bennett Shear. Usually we're talking to the singers that you didn't see on the show, but today we have got another aired exception for you, somebody that did air on season 20 of American Idol. Please welcome Douglas Mills.
Hi guys.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to meet you. I loved you on the show. So, to get to talk to you and to hear more about your experience, it's really an honor. So, cannot wait to get to know you more.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. Well, just to give us a refresher, Douglas, because it has been a little while since season 20 finished up. So, just if you want to give us a little bit of a reminder about who you are, that'd be great. Just a little introduction.
Hello, my name is Douglas Mills. I'm from Houston, Texas. I was in season 20, like was said, and I sung Strange Fruit for my first audition, and I got my golden ticket. And I made it all the way up to the third round. I did not make top 25, but that is okay because that was room for me to grow. It was a great experience and also a hectic experience because it was just a lot going on, and
Yeah,
I felt like I was prepared, and I was like, oh wait, I'm not really prepared for this. This is a lot,
yeah.
but no, it was great. It was great. I got to meet some extraordinary people, and also like listen to other types of music because even though I'm from a music school, we usually stick to like one type of music, like a classical music or like pop music, but or jazz, but we don't really hear like those countries and soul and all those other kind of types of music. And it was just great to be surrounded by all of that.
Yeah.
And it was great to be surrounded by other artists. It was just amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Did you meet other contestants who also went to art school?
Um, I don't think I met anyone. I could be wrong. No, I did. I did. I take the lie back. I did. I met Danny. She. What's her name? Danny LeBron. She's like the one of the most sweetest people. Uh, we had because like this one time when we had first met, we all went out to eat at this place in Austin, and me and her just talking, and like we started talking about like how we both came from music experiences. Like Danny had musical theater training, and I had classical training, and it was just something we could collab on. And like, for example, we were in the in the restaurant, and we were talking to Marielle at that time, and we were trying to help him out with some of his techniques, and I just remember that it was just amazing.
As a viewer, we like to see all kinds of different people from different backgrounds, but as a contestant, you really get to experience what it's like to collaborate and be with other people that have different lifestyles, that grew up different places, and that learned differently. But at the end of the day, you're all there because you love music.
Yeah, because looking back and like watching the TV show, I could see like what they had gone through, like some people had gone through with like pain and suffering that they've been through. And when we were at the show, I didn't know any of that. So it was like a really surprising and it caught me off guard. And I was like, really? Wow, I didn't know. So it was strange. Like you think you like you knowing this person, but you don't know their story. You know what I mean?
It is fascinating because I feel like, it's not every day that you walk up to someone and be like, "Hi, I've been through this traumatic event in my life." But of course, when you go on a TV show,
Exactly.
the producers
Yeah.
they want to know about it, so they pull it out of you, and then when it's the finished product, then you see, "Oh, you went through that." And I've even heard stories on the podcast of contestants who, they went through something similar as somebody else, and so they didn't know that until it aired. Then they reached back out and they were like, "We went through the same thing, and I didn't even know the whole time we were friends." Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that kind of happened with me and Brooks Kid.
Mhm.
Like we were both kind of like bullied, and we kind of like even during the show, like when we made it to the first round back in Hollywood, first round of Hollywood, we had connected already, and but when I saw his episode, I was like, wow, we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
So we've been talking, so we're friends, and I really do care for him. He's one of my great friends from Idol.
Can you walk me through your Zoom process before you actually made it onto the live audition? Because I would love to hear about what we didn't see really for any of the contestants that aired.
Okay, so what had happened was, I say that a lot. See, what had happened was, um, I got the affiliate ticket from my school, well, actually from my news channel here in Houston. Um, and I was surprised with it with my school because the teacher had pulled me aside this one time that we had like a little get together for my class. Like it's well department because we were in the vocal department. She had pulled me aside and she had told me, "Hey, we have 13 Channel News coming to and interview you, and like you walk them through school and stuff like that." I was like, "Okay, great, yeah, I could do that. I can totally do that. You know, I'm a people's person. I can talk. Lord knows I can talk." But what I didn't know was that they were actually there to give me the affiliate tickets. So when they got there, they were like, "Okay, you're gonna walk us around, tell us about this place here." And I was like, "Okay, great." And then you'll sing for us. So I'm like, "Perfect, I'll do that. I can do that. That's nothing new. I do that for a living." So I started singing. I sung "She Used to Be Mine," the same song that Nicolina sung for her audition, but I sung it for uh my for 13 Channel News. And in comes Samika Knight with this big old affiliate ticket. I'm like, what is that? What is happening? I wasn't prepared. And so I was just stunned and I was not thinking. I was blank. My mind was blanked. And she was like, "So your audition is this week." I was like, "Oh, okay, great. That's
Wow.
perfect. That's perfect." She was like, "So what are you gonna sing?" I was like, "I don't know. What are you gonna wear? I don't know." I did not know a thing what I was going to do. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So my audition came up and I sung in front of the producers. Like my school was helping me get like everything situated. So we had a microphone, had a speaker, I had a computer, and I had a camera. I was ready to go. Then everything started acting up. The computer died. We had to
Oh,
get back to what we were trying to get to. And I finished my audition and they were like, "Hey, Douglas, we finally got you back. That's great." I was like, "Yes, this is amazing." So they said I made it through. It was great. We had this long process of stuff we had to do. And then they said, "Okay, and this day at this day we'll fly you out to Austin and you'll come audition for the live audition." I was like, "Oh, okay, great." It was fun. It was like a dream that I didn't know I wanted. You know, it
wow.
was it, it was crazy.
So your school nominated you, or how exactly did this all come together?
Okay, so from what I know, because I still don't know what happened. I'm still lost. I don't know what
You're
happened.
just like, okay, it happened.
From
I'm
what,
accepting it. I'm on American Idol.
yeah, I'm not gonna question it. But my teacher had told me that the news channel, because I went to a performing arts school, and 13 Channel News had called my teacher or the school or whatever, and they asked if they had anyone
Mm,
who they could nominate for American Idol affiliate ticket. My teacher immediately said my name, and
here
bada
we
bing,
are.
bada boom, I'm here.
Wow. That's a great story. It was kind of like a bit of a fast pass. I mean, you still went through a Zoom audition, but you definitely cut past the line of people in the waiting rooms of hundreds of people.
I did. I did. I did.
Yes, and you're proud of it,
I
as you
cut,
should be.
I cut through every one of them, and I'll do it again. Sure I will. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Would you ever do another season or even another competition show?
Honestly, I can't even tell you because I don't even know, honestly. Because yes, that was a great experience. I guess you'll have to ask me like later on in life to see what I want to do. But right now, the answer is a no. Because I felt rushed and all that. The next time I do this, I want to feel like more comfortable,
Yeah,
planned out.
right.
Cause that kind of like sprung on me. So I was like collecting songs like really quickly. So if anything, if I do it again, it'll be later on in life when I'm more prepared. So right now I'm just getting ready for college.
What school are you going to?
I'm going to Sam Houston State University for music therapy.
Oh, very cool. What sparked your interest in obviously studying musical, but music therapy in particular?
Well, I was in therapy for a while, and so I had got the connection. I was like, I really want to help people like this. Like,
Yeah.
I like it, but I didn't. All just didn't want to leave music because, like, when you've been in music all your life, you just can't leave it. You know,
Yeah.
you have to do it on the side or something. So I was like, you know what? I'm buying it.
Oh, that's
So we
brilliant.
found, so we found music therapy, and now we're gonna try to be a music therapist.
Wow, that's amazing. See, I love those life moments when you realize that you can combine the two things because I think a lot of times we fear that we can't mix the two, you know? And then when we realize that we can, we're like, yeah, this is good. I feel good, you know? This could be awesome.
Agreed. I completely agree. Completely agree.
Already, I mean, we haven't even talked fully about your experience, but there's already so much exciting about your future. But as far as American Idol goes, like you said, it all came together very quickly. And I think that despite that, sometimes in life you do have to just sort of be like, all right, well, where are we going? You know? I mean, even
Yeah,
though you didn't have much time, you're like, all right, let's get on the plane, let's go to Austin. How did you feel? Were you excited to be on TV? Did you enjoy the lights and cameras?
I was so nervous. I enjoyed it, but I was so nervous. And what some people don't know is that I was the last person to sing in Austin.
Mm,
The last person. I was the last person to sing.
wow.
Out of all those people, I was the last person in Austin. I did not, I was able to audition at 11 something at night. And I did not get back until 1 o'clock in the
Mm.
morning. It was crazy.
That's a lot of sitting around and waiting, but it was worth it.
Oh, it was worth it. It really was worth it. Like being hugged by Lionel Richie and Katie and Luke was just an amazing. That was an amazing
Uh,
experience, and I couldn't hug them back because I was already nervous. And so when they came and hugged me, I was like, okay, I'm shocked. I can't move. So I'm
yeah.
just like, oh.
Well, let's go back to day zero. Are you filming interviews and B-roll? Are you kind of just in the background in all those other shots? What's happening?
Ooh, shoot, day zero. Okay, wait. Hold on. I have to rewind. Make my brain go back. Hold on. Rewinding, rewinding, rewinding. Okay, great. So, day zero. I remember them explaining a lot of stuff. Um, they said, don't mess with them unless we call upon you. I was like, okay, great. They're being serious. Okay, great. Got it. Okay, so day zero, it was pretty much like a really long but smooth day. Like there wasn't really anything we did really. They just like went over some rules and stuff like that. Day one, I did a little bit of filming, but other than that, like it wasn't a lot of filming.
Hmm.
It was a lot of wait, patience, go film, wait some more, and be patient.
But at this point, you're probably getting the chance to meet a lot of other contestants, right?
Yes, I met a lot of contestants. I met Danny. I met Marielle. I met who else did I meet? There's a lot of people. Hold on. Maylee. I met. Who else did I met? I met Morgan. Morgan and her mom. I also met Did I meet Hazy in Austin? Yes, I think I met Hazy. I met Hazy. I met Jordan. I met both Jordans,
Hmm.
so that was cool. So I met both Jordans, and I met Ishan. There was a lot of people. I can't
Yeah.
remember who I all talked to, honestly.
That's just auditions too. There's Hollywood Week still to come.
The, don't even ask about Halloween weeks who I met. I don't even remember the names. I'm sorry. Although I did meet a friend Thomas. Thomas, the one who they said wouldn't stop talking.
Oh, Thomas Patrick Moran.
Yes,
He's a hoot.
he is a hoot. I freaking love Thomas though.
The orange shirt.
Uh, yes, I met Thomas. I met him in Austin, but we didn't really get close until Hollywood Week.
Uh huh.
So it was nice. He's really sweet. He does talk, but I love him. He's a great person.
It sounds like you'd be getting to know a lot of people because you'd been waiting a lot of days for your audition. So I'm sure that you had lots of
Yes,
time to bond with people.
yes, yes. I had a lot of time to talk to a lot of people, and it was funny because it felt like High School Musical. because we would go and just sing something. Like somebody would just play a note, and someone would be like, "Oh, we're singing that song. Okay, great. Let me get my banjo, and let me get my guitar. Okay, great. Let me get my boombox. Okay, we're ready to go." So we just all started singing. I was like, okay. It was just great. Like we would sit outside sometimes, just eat, and we go back inside, and then some of us would be napping. Like I knew I took a nap. I took a great nap one day. It
A
was
fat
great.
nap.
It was a fat nap. It was beautiful. God, it was beautiful.
Is this like what day are we in when we have this amazing nap?
I think this is like, I think this is day two.
Uh huh.
And then in Hollywood Week, I was about to start a nap until they were like, "Okay, Douglas, I need you to come film." I was like, "Huh?
Uh,
Okay, come on, let's."
so
I
you're
was
like
knocked out.
5 more minutes.
I was right in that nap. I was about to hit it. I was about to be a nap, and they were like, "Douglas, come on. I'm sorry to wake you, but we gotta record." And I was like, "Glad you came when you did, because if you would have came any longer, I would not have gotten up. I
Would have
would have
gotten some
knocked
high
out."
quality REM sleep right there.
But I was like, you know what? Let's go do this. Let's go do this. Let's go perform.
Yeah.
So
And all the days leading up to your audition, when you were doing interviews and B-roll, did you enjoy opening up and having the producers asking you questions and everything?
it was definitely strange because I'm not mostly the person to open up about my feelings. Really, I mean, like I will, but I'm not the person to like really open up about my feelings
Uh-huh.
because I don't let myself really be vulnerable to other people unless I like really know them. But it was a strange experience, and I didn't hate it. It was a, I mean, it's good for other people to hear my story, and like for other kids and like other people, not even just kids, like other people hearing that story and can relate to that story is just great because even when I sung Strange Fruit and they heard like the pain and all the suffering that I did with that song, like people like really connected with that, and that's what I really like aim for. Like
Right.
I had told one of the producers once before, my main purpose, and I say this and I take pride in saying this, I want to make people cry. When I
Mm-hmm.
sing, I want to see tears. I want to see you bawling. I want a river flow of tears.
Mm.
If I don't get that, then knows I didn't do my job. So I enjoyed the tears. I want tears. I want someone to feel something.
You made those judges feel something. They all got up and they gave you that big group bear hug.
Yes, it was great.
It's so important, obviously, that you connect with people because it's a singing competition, but you need to enter a competition, I think, with some sort of a goal of spreading a message and having a meaning behind what you do. And like you
Hmm.
said, making somebody cry it has intention. I mean, you're not just doing it for the heck of it. You needed to go in there and show people who you were and what kind of story you wanted to share. And it was very effective. And that's why people remembered you. And that's what the judges saw in you. And I'm sure that you walked out of that room feeling like you achieved that goal.
I did. I really did feel like I achieved that goal. My main purpose was going up there and making a mark for myself.
Yeah.
Even if like I didn't win or anything like that, I just wanted to make a mark. And I felt like I did that. In which I'm proud of myself about that. Like it would have been great to win, but I made my mark on that show. People still remember me, and that's the great thing that I like.
It's hard when the auditions go on for so long because of course the show is about watching people progress and they have their moments, but I think back to your audition and I remember how unique your voice was, not to mention choosing such an important song, but then the voice behind it, and I could feel your pain in your voice and the cry in your voice, not just about making other people cry, but the cry in your voice as you were singing Strange Fruit. It was it was so captivating. It was like I couldn't look away because I needed to hear every lyric you were saying and feel every note. You were like, you're not going to stop watching until I finish, okay? Like your eyes are going to be glued to the screen until I finish this song. And so I sat there and I watched. I didn't look at my phone. I didn't go and get some food. I was like, okay, we're watching this. We're paying
Thank you.
attention, we're listening, and then applause.
Yes, thank you. That's what I aim for. I aim for people to like be captivated, be focused on what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I want you to stare at me.
Yeah.
Like, because when I first started singing, when I got there, Katie was all laid back. You know, she was all in her chair. Everyone was laid back. But when I started singing, they all stood up.
Yeah.
They all were focused. And that's what I aim for. I
Right.
aim for people to be focused.
Yeah.
I want you to be focused in what I'm saying.
That's exactly what it effing takes to be a star, right? You own it. You own that shit. You're like, why would I be up here if I weren't trying to get you to pay attention to me?
Exactly. Like, I feel like one of the main things about being a performer is that you have to command a stage. If you can't command a stage, why are you up there?
How do you think being in performing school influenced you? Do you think that that was a part of what led you to kind of realize that? Do you think it helped you?
Yes, completely yes. Um, my school, like, it helps with performance. Like, we start at the basics, like we learn this, and then they said, okay, trash all that, you're doing this now. And it was great to have that kind of experience to bring into Idol. I feel like even with in regular life, with you just speaking, I feel like performance and singing have great things to do with that because when my friend's mom is an opera singer and she tells me how I have such an articulate voice, like you can hear what I'm saying word for word, and I enunciate great. I feel like that's because of me performing and me singing. Because with technique, you have to have great pronunciation. Uh, you have to let people know what you're saying. So I feel like my me being in my school really helped me in ways because with singing with strange fruit, my technique really helped me with like conveying the story, coming back on the volume. So and my vowel shape was great as well to like so you can hear what the words I was saying because like uh and they kind of cut part of the song out like they cut the part which was really like graphic about like hanging and stuff like that. So they cut that part out, which I was surprised by. I didn't know they were doing that, but it's all fine because it all worked out pretty well. But they had cut out a part where it had like where in the beginning I had like more graphic pieces of the lyrics in there.
Was this your first time performing that song, or had you had experience
I
before?
had an experience once because I was doing a competition. It was called Young Arts, and I did that competition and I sung that song for it, which I won merit winner for. So that was
Mm,
great. So I had that song with me for a while, and people have always said that Douglas, that is a great song for you. Like you're doing really good with that song. And I also sung that for my senior recital that I had from my school. Like that was my last song I sung. So I had experience with that song, but I didn't want to like keep the same tempo of what I did last time. I try to if I sing the song over and over again, I try to change it a little bit so you can be surprised.
right. And also, the fact that it's obviously such an important song, but not necessarily a modern song, you being so young, I feel like that was such a unique choice to choose to spread your message with a song that people hadn't heard in a while and maybe wouldn't have expected you at your age to sing, and yet they're impacted by what you're saying.
hmm I felt like it would be a really big surprise. Like one, many people haven't heard about it. Two, how would someone my age know what it's about and like know where it's from? My school had a production where there were these dancers dancing to that song,
Mm-hmm.
and I was captivated with that song. I was like, oh wait, this song is calling me. I
Right.
need this song. Like it had and I had the song for a minute. Like I've been holding on to that song for like a year waiting to perform it, and then I had the competition, and that's when I started using that song.
Well, maybe you were almost being called to be the voice for the younger generation to perform it. so
Hmm.
that now more and more young people could hear it and hear its message, and all those viewers at home on American Idol could experience it from your perspective.
Yes, 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 yes. Even now, like, yes, the world is getting better. I feel like we still need to like better ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and like have okay, yes, this is doing better, but don't forget where we came from. And that song, I didn't sing that song just for the black community. I sung it for all minorities. Yes, that song was mainly focused on the black community, but that's not what I sung it for. I sung it for
Right.
all minorities. When I was younger, people would tell me like, "Douglas, you have a voice. Like your weapon is your voice." Because I've always had like a really good speaking voice, but like I couldn't really talk that well because I have dyslexia, which where my words don't really function well in my brain sometimes. So I when I try to like speak or something like that, I forget a word or I can't make out the word in my head. But it's just like I wanted to. Yeah, see, it's happening right now. Uh, I like me speaking and me singing is like my weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and a weapon I wanted to use to show the world
Yes.
the pain and suffering.
For whatever reason, when people start singing, it just comes across. It's so natural and effortless, and for you, it sounds like that's always been the case.
Yeah, I mean, people will say like, "Douglas, it sounds so effortless for you," and at some points it is. Like when I'm singing, it's not me singing. It's I'm I'm not Douglas at that point. If you get what
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm the music.
Oh, wow.
I let the music flow through me.
Mm.
I'm the lyrics. I'm the notes. I'm the pitches. I'm the rhythm. I'm feeling the music in me and trying to convey it to my audience. I feel like music is a main function in our world because I feel like everything has its own song. Because like I tell people how I love storms so much because I feel like a storm is singing like or it's playing some type of music like the thunder is the drums of or
Yes.
like a timpani and just going boom 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 and you hearing the lightning strikes and those and the rain falling that's like the dancing and I think everything of music I see a performance in my head.
If everything you look at is music, then that could just be your next idea for a song. I mean, you could be out in a storm and then a beat gives you an idea, or, the thing that somebody just thinks of as weather could be the inspiration for your next sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna be like Charlie Puth up in here.
Literally. I mean, the guy can hear a car alarm or a whatever and say, okay, that's an E minor.
Yes, that's a D flat right there. Okay, we can make a song out of that. Here we go. Boom.
Oh my God. I love that guy. I mean, I don't know if he can ever make anything as iconic as See You Again, but he's got some pop bops, that's for sure.
Yeah, yes, 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 yes.
So let's talk about Hollywood Week because you had quite the experience up until this point, and it was only probably going to get more exciting, but also, as you said, hectic at some times. So once you got there, what's the first thing you remembered, if that's possible?
First thing I remember is seeing all the people who I met in Austin because it was a long time since I saw them. I met up with Danny and I also met up with Ishan and I that's when I met Thomas. Like I actually like started talking to Thomas and it was just great. Like we got there and we had this lady who was like over everything. Her name was Miss Amy.
Yes.
And I miss Miss Amy with a passion. Oh, I miss
Uh,
Miss Amy. Because she would always like scream at us and be like, okay, y'all need to get y'all stuff together. And I was like, yes. Like, and then we also had Patrick, who's a great person as well. He was awesome. And he would also yell at us, which would be great too, because it was just something we would miss. And so when we walked in there, she started like giving commands, and I was like, Miss Amy, I just missed you.
uh, it's a well-oiled machine, to say the least. I mean, that's an understatement, I mean, that crew, to manage as many people, I mean, let's be real. A lot of the shows like American Idol, you think about The Voice or any of these competition shows that sort of get down to a smaller number, like I don't know, The Voice, they have a limit where like teams of 48, I think. American Idol just accepts like 150 to 200 people to Hollywood Week. They got to manage hundreds of contestants. That's not something that happens on most of these shows.
It was crazy, and I can't believe they were able to do it because I would just be watching them of how like what they would do. They were like, okay, listen up, because Miss Amy had a microphone. She was like, okay, listen up. We need this person, this person, this person, and this person. Come line up and be ready. I was like, okay, great. So they had it all situated. They'd all have little microphones who would keep up with each other. It was very like I was like, okay, they're getting business done.
How was seeing the alumni mentors before Genre Challenge?
Jordan Sparks. My heart dropped when I saw her. She walked around because she had walked around the corner. I had looked. I was like, "Is that who I think that is?" Like, I know that's not who I think that is. I know that's not Jordan Sparks. She starts talking. It's like, "Hey guys, this is Jordan Sparks." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's Jordan Sparks." I'm this close to Jordan Sparks. And so like Milo had mentioned in his interview thing about
Yeah.
how he said how he got to interview with Jordan Sparks, and I wanted to like
Right.
I wanted to switch roles. I was like, can we switch? Let's switch. And it was just really amazing. And she was the sweetest person that she could be. Like I had went up and I asked her, "Hi, can I get a hug and a picture? Like, can I get a picture?" And so she gave me a hug, and then we got a picture. I have so many pictures with that lady. I
Oh
feel
my
like I
gosh.
was the number one person out of everyone to get the most hugs. I got 6 hugs from that lady.
Do you know how many pictures you got?
Let's see. Let us see. I have it right here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I got 8 pictures.
Wow. Can I see one?
Oh, and one video. Yes,
Oh, a
this is one
video.
where yeah.
Wait, what's the video?
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Okay, okay, here we go. Hey y'all, I met Jordan Sparks. This is the first time she saw me. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
And
But
then there was a video with one of the moms who videotaped me hugging Jordan Sparks for the first time. Have fun. She's a big fan. Oh, that's so cute. She's looking. Oh, that's nice.
oh,
Aww.
wow.
So it was just great. And then, because I had told her one time that, like, I had told her that, like, she was my idol and she is such a queen. And
Yeah.
she was like, "Can I give you another hug?" And I was like,
Oh my God. Can you?
"Yes,
Yeah. Oh my
yeah."
gosh.
And this was
Wow.
all of us right here that she was talking to for a little while.
Oh, let's see. I spot Danny C. I see. Who is that? Is that Jack Rickards? Brooks
Yes.
Kid? Cadence
Yes.
Baker. If you're listening and not
Yeah.
watching, you're probably bored. But like, okay, I'm trying to see if I recognize everyone. Wow,
Yeah. It was a great experience.
that was like a good way to kind of kick things off before the competition really heated up because you haven't even gotten to the performances yet. But I know that this alumni session was designed to prepare you for genre challenge. So I want to hear about who was in your line, what genre you chose.
I was in pop genre and I was in the line with Jacob Moran. I was with Nicolina and I was with Danny and it was me. It was just 4 of us and we were line 19. Woo woo, always line 19.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got up, I had chose the song Trainwreck, which I felt would be great for me to sing because like I felt that song to me. So and I guess I just didn't convey it in the way that the judges wanted. So that's what kind of like, helped me back a little bit. But I still made it through, which was great. Like we had all made it through, which was an amazing thing. I think we were like the only line that all of us got in. I
Mm-hmm.
think. But it was really amazing.
That's a victory for you all to get through because I know how emotional it is when you've made it through but somebody else has not. And I was just doing another interview today where it was like you're crying and it feels so weird to be happy and sad at the same time. So to get to avoid that was lucky.
Oh my God, it was so terrifying. I was so terrified.
And then duet pairings, how did you feel about getting paired with Scarlett?
At first, I was very happy, and I was like, "Yay, let's do this. Let's get new things happening. Meet new people."
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's a whole experience. Because I bet you want to know what the drama was and
Well, I
everything
will
like
say
that.
this. I will say this. Whatever you want to share and whatever you don't want to share, it's all up to you.
Here's the thing: I will never speak ill about anyone. Scarlett is an amazing artist. She is an amazing artist, and I feel like it just wasn't a great match with us together. Um, I do feel like some parts were on me because we did like try to find songs and stuff like that, and we couldn't find any songs. So I picked this song because I knew it, but I didn't know it. So I had to relearn it. And with my dyslexia, it was like really hard to like remember words and stuff like that. So we remember words, and then sometimes we wouldn't. So it was just a whole drama that happened, and it was crazy. But like I said, I will never speak ill about anyone. Like she is a
Yeah.
great artist, and I do wish her the best in the future of whatever she's doing. I also want to say like it was an amazing experience as well because like hey, you live and you learn. Because I haven't really been a person to do a duet with anyone, so it was nice to like have that experience so I know next time to do a duet. Going into Idol, my one concern was my duet round. That was my one concern because I was terrified of duet round because I don't do duets. I do solos. So it
Yes.
was an experience for me to do duets. The only thing that I've done before is like a trio of a soloist. But at that point, like or work in a choir, I've never been on one. So it's kind of hard to like share with that person. So I needed to learn more. So that was a good learning experience, I will say.
So, well, did you watch American Idol back in the days when they had groups instead of duets in Hollywood?
No, not really. I wasn't like the biggest American Idol fan back in the day. I mean, my mom would watch it sometimes, and I'd sit down and watch with her. And like that's when I like saw Jennifer Hudson
Yes.
and Jordan Sparks and Willie Spence. So that's who I would like see myself in.
It wasn't until season 18 that so 2 years ago that they changed it to duets. So before that, it was all groups. And so you had sometimes three, four, five people working together. And so I'm curious for you if that would have been easier for you, harder for you, you think?
That would have been so much better because then that would have been put into a choir setting, and I'd be like, okay, great. So who's taking the tenor line? Who's taking soprano? And who's taking bass? Okay, great. You're taking bass. Okay, great. So I'll take tenor. You'll take alto. You'll take soprano one. Okay, great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that would have been a lot more easier for me because my mindset would have been choir. Okay, I'm ready. Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, you guys had a really limited song selection for duet round. That made it hard on
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, I felt like it would have been open to like, okay, you can choose whatever you want to choose. But they had like they had a list, and I was like, okay, great. Half of these songs I don't even know, so like, okay, we have to find one of them that I know. So it was, it was something.
Oh, you both made it through. So,
Yeah, which was very surprising to me because I felt like I was gonna go home, and at that time I would have been like, okay, yeah, that's it's on me. If I go home, I go home. I understand that. And when they had said you're both going through, I was just overwhelmed with so much like grace and thanks. And I had thanked Katy Perry. Like I was looking at Katy Perry and I said thank you, and she had winked at me, which was like very amazing to me. And I was just like it just felt great.
By the way, who that you might remember, whether it be from the duet round or genre challenge or both rounds, who do you remember from sitting in the audience that was a standout to you?
Uh, Nicolina and Christian when they sung the prayer. Oh my
Mm.
God. It was, I was, ah, that was a great pairing because both their voices just matched so well. And I was like, yes,
Yeah.
that's something I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will say to this day, even though I did not make it, that was great to be surrounded by that type of voices. Like, you had so much powerful voices there. Also Katira. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
love me some Katira. I love Katira. I met Katira in Austin. I love Katira. She was so sweet and so kind. She said I was her little teddy bear, which was so
Aw.
amazing. But she has such an amazing voice. Like it was just so powerful.
Getting through duet round and feeling so much relief, then you get a break from filming. Not to add to that, I mean, going into Showstoppers, how are you feeling? I know that again, it's a limited song selection, but how do you feel about the songs? What are you thinking for picking?
I was like really like trying to find something that I I felt like I could come across in. I chose Love in the Dark, which they didn't show. I had sung that song for one of my teachers once before, and they just started like bawling. So I thought, okay, great, this would be a perfect song to sing. It wasn't, but that's okay. It's not like I don't have time because I'm still young. My voice is still growing.
When you pick that song and then you perform it, you obviously don't know right away because the judges aren't telling you; they're just watching from that balcony. So that must have been an agonizing wait to have to wait to film that and then go to the Green Mile.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, the only thing I remember when I got through singing is that Katie whispered something to Lionel, and I was like, oh Lord, I don't know what that was.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
what she had said. All I remember is she whispered something to Lionel. I wish I knew what that was. But
Mm.
who knows what it was. It was very hectic. It was very hectic. I was like, I'm so worried. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. And then we go to Green Mile, and like we're just waiting and waiting, and I'm just waiting to like film or something like that, and everybody was like sleep on the ground or doing cartwheels or playing in trees. I found a tree and I fell asleep.
I was gonna say that's been a consistent theme here. You sleep when you can.
I can't. That's probably why I didn't win. I'm just playing. But no, like, it was a comfortable tree. It
Yeah.
was a tree that was like laid down on the ground.
Don't
So
underestimate those trees, man.
I was like, I'm not gonna sleep on the ground, but I'm gonna sleep on a tree. This tree was mighty comfortable. I was knocked out on that tree. But the thing is, I couldn't fall asleep until later on that day because when we got there, it was early and it was freezing cold. It was freezing. We were all frozen. There was ice on the tables.
Oh,
It was so cold. I'm from Houston. I'm not new. I'm new to this cold. All we have down here is heat, hot heat. So,
oh my
so I got
God.
there. I was just like, I'm freezing cold. If they would have told me it would have been freezing cold, I would have packed some gloves or some winter clothes or something. So
Oh
freezing. I'm freezing over here.
my God.
Like, like I even asked for a scarf. I was like, does anyone have a scarf or a towel or something that I can wrap my throat in
Oh
so
my
it
God.
doesn't get damaged? And everyone was like, did anyone find Douglas a scarf or a towel or something? Even the production team were like, does anyone have a towel or a scarf for Douglas to wrap his throat in? I was like, I need something because this ain't gonna work.
I'm just having an image in my head of you finally finding winter clothes and then sleeping on a tree with like a big ass jacket and the scarf and the hat, and you just look so content or whatever. Two questions. One, is this tree and is it more comfortable than the hotel bed? Because it sounds mad comfortable.
I mean, it was very close. They had a very bougie hotel, so I mean, like it was so. But this hotel, when I tell you this hotel was bougie, it was bougie. Like all you had to do was type the number for the elevator, which floor you want to go to. I was like, it's so bougie. And then you could work the lights. Like they had a light system, and they had a panel right next to your bed
Oh my
that you
God.
turn on the lights. And I was like, and you could change the air conditioner from that one little spot where you couldn't have to get up. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
it is so bougie.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm gonna need to get me one of these in my house so I can
Wow.
just so I don't have to get up. Boop.
Oh
Go
my
back to
God.
sleep.
Sleep more if you don't have to get up and constantly change the lights and change the air conditioning.
Look, I'm trying to get as much sleep as I can because when I get off to college, I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
No, exactly. Exactly. I was gonna say like it would be so funny if they made a segment where it's like obviously you're mad talented, so they do like a funny segment where it's like don't sleep on Douglas. They just show shots of you sleeping, but then you come out and sing and you kill it. So you know,
Yeah, I'll be asleep. I'm telling you, I'll be asleep.
yeah.
It's bad. It's really bad because I'd be gone. Like I'm telling you, when that man had came to wake me up, he was like, Douglas, I'm so sorry to wake you up, but we gotta go film. I was like, you better be glad you came when you did, because I was about to be knocked out. And then I remember this one time I was on the tree and people were looking for me. And they were like, Douglas! And like the tree was in the back where there was a whole bunch of forest.
Oh my
So you
God.
couldn't really see me
Oh my God.
unless
You're
you like came
isolated.
around. I was hiding until you came around on the side and was like, Douglas, we've been looking for you. It was like, you have? I've been asleep. I've been asleep. I was asleep. I
Yeah.
was chilling. And I ate on that tree. That was my tree, man. That was my tree. And then the only time I would be up is like if I had to film. But they had like these little, they had cows because it was like a little barn or resort. And they had some cows. And the only time I'd wake up is to go see Mrs. Cow. I would go over and say hello to Miss Cow. Miss Cow would say hello to me because in the morning, this one time we were walking past Miss Cow, and I said, "Good morning, Miss Cow." She nodded her head up and was like, "Moo," and I was like, "Good morning, Miss Cow." Me and Miss Cow, I miss Miss Cow. She
Oh
was
my
great.
God. Oh my
She was
God.
great. I miss her.
I've been cracked up this. Oh my God. Like in the olden days of American Idol, like in the finale, they'd have all the like top 10 come back and like do like a little video segment where they would like playfully roast each other. So it'd be like, I can totally see it being like, Douglas, such an amazing voice, incredible talent, but he's always sleeping. I try to hang out with him. I try to say, hey, Douglas, you want to go grab some dinner? And he's always by this tree, hanging out with his cow.
Tree, hanging out with Miss Cow. I'm knocked out.
Oh my God.
Look, you know where to find me. But no, what people would say about me is because I have this saying where I say "okay, great" a lot. Like if you'd be like, "Oh, that's nice," and I'd be like, "Okay, great," and so
Your
they
catchphrase.
would say my saying a lot. They would make fun of me. Well, not really make fun of me, but they would be like, "Okay, great," like "Okay, great." And
Oh my
then
God.
we had went out to Chili's this one time, and they were like, "Douglas, why do you like going to Chili's?" I was like, "Because you get the for free meal. You get that 3 for 10 meal. It's free.
Yeah.
It's almost for free." And I always would say, "I love things for free, baby,
Oh
because
my
it's for
God.
free."
So do I.
Because they were like, Douglas, so how was the flight over? I was like, it was great. It was for free. It was for free. I gotta worry about it. It was free. I had to pay no ticket. Didn't have to pay no nothing. It was great.
I need to go to Chili's more often. I'm always looking for the discounts. I'm always looking to save. Like,
Look, I went out to Chili's with a couple of my friends this one time, and I only had $12 in my pocket. I had $12 to my name. I was like, oh, I can't spend too much money. I only got $12. They were like, Douglas, we shouldn't be going to Chili's. I was like, no, I promise you, my ticket is not going to be much. I promise you. They're like, okay, Douglas. We get there. I get the 3 for 10 meal. I had a salad. I had chicken
what?
and fries and a brownie. And guess how much my ticket was?
$10.
My $10.31.
How in this economy? How?
I know how to budget. You gotta learn how to
Teach me your
budget.
ways.
You gotta get that 3 for $10 meal,
Oh,
put it in there, be
oh.
like, okay, this is $10. It's great.
The only Chili's that was kind of near me closed like 10 years ago, but I just remember like loving their chips. Really good chips.
I don't like their chips.
You don't like their chips?
I don't like the chips.
What's good there?
To be honest, I don't like anyone's chips in like restaurants because all their chips are like old or stale, and I always get the stale chips. Like I get like a little
Yeah.
stale chip. I'm like, this
Oh yeah.
chip's stale.
Yeah.
I went to Chipotle one time and they gave me some stale chips. I was like, okay, no, this ain't gonna work. I walked right back up there. Like, excuse me, these chips are stale. Get another bag, please. And they're like, yeah, so we're so sorry. I was like, great. He was like, I'm so sorry. I thought he was a fresh batch. And I was like, okay, great. Thank you.
You would think a store called Chipotle would have chips that were quality. Chipotle.
Yes. I made sure I got what I paid for. I got what I paid for. You got my money. Got what I paid for.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot what we were talking about. We are talking about Green Mile. Okay, so you're in
Yeah.
high spirits regardless of about to be getting sent home. But like how are in all seriousness, like how are you feeling? Are you contemplating the thought of like I might go home versus I really want to go through? Like where's your head at as you're about to film and find out if you're going to make it?
I felt like in the back of my head, I was like, okay, Douglas, you're about to go home. Just get ready for it. You're about to go
Mhm.
home.
Take a nap.
Like I could just feel it. Like when I saw some people like not get it, and I was like, "Are you serious? They didn't get it?" So I was just like, "Okay, I might be going home," and that's just how that is. But I'm in the front of my head. I'm like, "Okay, please let me go to top 20. Just let me make it to top 25. That's all I want." But at the same time, I was like, I had a good run. Just kind of accept it. And then Lionel was the one who told me, like he was the one mostly speaking, and he was like, "You had a great first start, but when you like the genre around, it kind of like stayed the same, and it just dwindled down." And I was like, "Okay, I get it." He was like, "You didn't make our top 25," and I was like, "Okay." And then I kind of like started to shut down a little bit because I didn't because I'm like I said, I'm not one to be very vulnerable and very emotional. So like my whole body just shuts down. Like when
Mm-hmm.
I have too much emotion, like flurrying, I make sure like I don't mean to do it, but I just like shut down and like close off those feelings. And I was like, "Thank you for this opportunity." They gave me all a hug, and I went outside, and they asked me, "Could I make it?" I was like, "No," and I was still trying to keep in all my emotions, but I had to walk past my friends,
Mm.
and like the first person who hugged me was Danny, and when I tell you, she started crying. I almost started crying. I was like, "Daddy, please don't do this."
Oh.
Then I hugged Nicolina, and then I hugged Jacob, and then I hugged Winnerly, and then I hugged Katira, and then Sir Blake, and then I went on home. They would ask me questions like, "How are you being this strong?" I was like, "I don't know, man. I'm just trying. I'm trying. Like I'm not really there because like I'm shut down. I can't function." So when I get back to the waiting room, here comes Yoli.
Mm.
And when I tell you Yoli's like she was like the mother of American Idol in this season. She was literally a mother and she came to me and she started like telling me, "Hey, it's okay." And she pulled my glasses up and I just
Oh.
started bawling and crying. And then all the other mothers from like the minors came up and started hugging me. And then my mom came and tears just started flowing. And then Miss Amy was like, "Hey, do you want to get you something to eat?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Baby, are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah. Just want to go. I just want to go to the hotel and go lay down and relax." And so I cried on the way back, and I didn't when I cried, and then with no guess, I went to sleep and I took my nap, and then I woke up to find out that half of the people who I thought would made it in didn't make it in. So we were just so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this last night just like me be in my room. I'm gonna go see my friends. So I went to go talk to my friends. I went to go like hang out. We had a good time. We were in the room. We were just talking, and it was great. It was a great experience, and I miss everyone from that experience really. And I'm really happy that I went through that, and I feel like that's going to be a great thing for me. And it's a great door opener as well. Because like
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many people contact me and like, hey, we want you to sing for this, this, and this. Like I have some shows coming up very soon, which I will be posting, and it's just great, you know.
Let's talk about what is next for you because I mean I know we touched on going to college, music therapy. I know that's a big deal right now. I'm guessing the semester's starting pretty soon, but yeah, I don't know if you want to talk more about that or other things coming up.
Yeah, I'm about to go to college. I'm kind of excited, you know.
Yeah,
First college experience, college
yeah,
freshman. Woo
woo.
woo. I'm so excited. I'm thinking about that meme. I'm so excited. No, I'm just really happy. I'm like, okay, so we're about to start this new life, which is really sad too at the same time. It's a little bittersweet sweet moment because like my best friends, like I have like three best friends, like really three close best friends. Well, I have four, but yeah. Anyways, three really close best friends, and one of them is staying here in Houston, and well, two of them are staying in Houston. Two of them are like out of the country. Well, not out of the country. They're farther away because one of my friends is all the way in Penn State, and the other one is in St. Angelo, all the way in St. Angelo. I don't even know what that's
Wherever that
right.
is.
Wherever that is, but
Never
like
even heard of that.
it's just sad because like my other two friends, like they've already left for college. Like they're already there in their dorms and stuff like that. I'm like, my babies, they're just
Mm.
leaving me. Like that's my babies, and I'm gonna miss them. But at the same time, I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for me because like we get to live that new lifestyle. You know, we get to like
Yeah.
explore ourselves, have fun, get a job, and get that money because we need money,
Mm.
baby. With this economy, we
Oh
need
my
some money,
God.
baby. We need some money because they really doing something with this inflation.
Ugh.
My friend went to the doctor the other day and they said you have to have a mask on. He was like, "Okay, can I get a mask?" And they were like, "Yes, it's for $1." It's like $1. I thought mask was free. Come on, inflation.
And then you got to get around and pay for that damn gas.
Oh my God! What I tell you, I was so bad about that gas.
Ugh.
Like
It's
they,
ghastly.
my friends would be like, "Douglas, come on, let's go hang out." It's like, who got gas money? That
Are we splitting three ways or like are you paying
Yeah,
for it?
because
Yeah.
like my gas is not this not coming out my gas. Because I went on a trip with two of my friends and we went to San Antonio, and we couldn't take my car because my car is old. My car is a good car, but my car is old. She an old baby. She's not gonna make it all the way to San Antonio and back, especially on her gas that she running on. No, that
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna work. So we took my friend who has some money in his account. We took his car, who drives a Subaru. We took his car, and we drove all the way in San Antonio. I paid for one gas trip. That was it. We had gas the entire time. Did not drive. I was like, I'm not paying for gas this entire trip. What's wrong? No, not doing that. You know, but who got the money for that?
I know.
And you got to pay for food.
You need to stop talking about food. We've been talking about food this entire interview. You're making me hungry. I need to find me some food. Ooh, I'm hungry.
What are you gonna
Ooh,
eat
I'm
after
just
this?
I don't know. Man, I'm tired of everything around here. My favorite place is Whataburger, but I need to let it go.
Okay,
I
tell
need
me
to
about
let
that
it
because
go.
my roommate in freshman year had it because he's from Texas. I never tried it. Is it all that? Is it good?
I'm sorry. Have you said you've never had Whataburger?
Dude, I'm from like Maryland. I'm near like DC, New Jersey. I've never.
Oh, you poor baby. I need to send you some Whataburger. I just need to send you Whataburger because I don't think you understand how good it is. Like
No.
me and my best friend, we both eat it every day, like if we can. Like I get the same meal. People, it's so bad where people know who I am and what my meal is.
Got a
Like
number
if you
three for
go to one,
Douglas.
Look, if you go to Whataburger, get a sweet and spicy bacon burger with some onion rings and a strawberry shake. Oh my God, them shakes are good. They have the best shakes. I love their shakes.
So
You know
the
what? I might go get.
okay, so I've inspired you to get Whataburger.
No, no, I'm not about to go pay for no Whataburger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get it for free because I have an app and I have
Oh,
rewards. I'm about to go get me a strawberry shake for free
I
because
see.
we love things for free.
Oh, we do. We always want it for
We
free.
love it for free. Yes, we love for free.
I was in New York and my girlfriend showed me this like random Mexican place, which is actually, in my opinion, better than Chipotle. It was like some random chain in New York. And I'm like, I should probably download this random place's app to see if they have rewards. Sure enough, I got myself a free burrito and get this, they don't charge for chips, so the whole meal was free. I walked out of there
See,
full for free.
see, we love things for free. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
baby. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. We love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you said you have shows coming up. Do you want to talk about them? Is it TBD? I mean, or to be announced?
I don't know. It may be a little bit TBD. Wait to
Okay.
be announced. Just like wait to be
All right.
announced. Although it will be something good. It will be something very huge for me. And I'm gonna be like very happy. Oh, which reminds me, I need to do something for those shows. Thank you, because you just reminded me because I need to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't do it. So thank you right now. So, but yeah, I'll be announcing it soon.
Anything else music wise or just anything that you want to touch on?
Um, Follow me on my new account because my old account got hacked because I was at a show and I thought it was my friend and I was completely like distracted, so my account got hacked. I lost all my followers. I was like, no,
Uh,
I need it.
uh,
I just built that up and then you took it away from me.
uh,
But it's fine. We're slowly building it back up. Hopefully I can get back to where I need to be. And like it doesn't help because I have TikTok, but I don't post on TikTok. I'm not a TikToker. I just watch.
right.
I can't post because
Me neither.
I don't have time to like sit there, push record,
Yeah.
scratch that, set a timer, do it, and then post it. I don't have time for that. I got bills to pay. I can be making TikToks 24/7.
You know that song by Lunch Money Lewis? It's like, I got bills, done, I gotta pay, done, so I'm gonna work, work, work every day.
Wait, yes I do. I do know that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it in a minute, but I
Yeah,
remember
he's
it.
like a one hit wonder.
I,
They,
I'm just thinking. I was thinking about Beyonce and Destiny's Child singing, "Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Can you pay my something bills? If you do, maybe we can chill." And then I'm just, mhm.
we need to make an Instagram for Mrs. Cow.
We need to make. I miss Miss Cal. I miss Miss Cal. That was my girl. Miss Cal. I need to go find me Miss Cal. I'm about to go back to LA and
See,
go
that
find me
might
Miss
be a
Cal.
reason to go back and audition again so that you can get to Green Mile and then see Mrs. Cow. And that's like your backstory. And it's like, Douglas, tell us why you're back here at American Idol. I need to see Mrs. Cow. I have to. I gotta get it. I gotta make the account, and I can't get to the location if I don't have a permit. I'm not gonna get a permit. I gotta get on American Idol so I can get to the location.
I need to see Miss Cal, and she better be there when I get there too.
Right. She has to be mooing like more than ever.
Exactly, exactly. I better see Mrs. Cal.
Yeah. Not to mention the content where, like we got we got Douglas sleeping by the tree. We got to get that on Instagram.
Yes, the Douglas Elm Tree.
Mm. Well, my
That was some
friend,
great.
mm, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've done a lot of unpacking.
Yes, I feel very refreshed. I feel I
Yeah.
feel I feel good.
Me too.
I feel restored. I feel
Yeah.
restored.
Yeah. This was fun. By the way, I like your shirt a lot. I didn't get a chance to mention, but it's so colorful.
Thank you. I bought this like a long time ago. I have to find something in here that has not been packed that looks nice for this thing. And I was like, okay, wait, yes. So I bought this shirt for Valentine's Day. and I have red shades to go along with it, but like I had already packed those up, so I couldn't put those on. But I had bought this for my for Valentine's Day, so thank you. I haven't worn it in a minute.
We love holiday color coordination.
Exactly. You know, we do what needs to be done when it needs to be done.
Halloween's coming up, all orange and brown all month long.
I'm not wearing that.
Oh no.
My school colors are orange, black, and blue. I'm not wearing no more orange. I'm tired of orange. I'm really when I tell you when I went to orientation and we were all like having like orange backpacks and we all had orange shirts on. I was like, we look like a bunch of traffic cones. We couldn't have picked any other color but orange. We look like a bunch of traffic cones just walking. We couldn't have picked like green or something or purple. We
Oh.
had to pick orange.
What if it's like each grade is another level because then you get older, so like the seniors are the oranges, but then the freshmen are the clementines, and then you get a little older, so sophomores and juniors are like tangerines, but then you're a
Yes,
senior and you're an orange.
crazy. I'm like, we're just walking, looking like traffic cones.
Oh.
And then one of the TAs had heard me, and she was like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "We look like a bunch of traffic cones. You can't tell when we don't look like no traffic cones."
Oh my God.
Look, if we just stop in the middle of the road, I bet you people will turn because they said, "Okay, that's a traffic cone." I
Mm.
bet you.
Well, it's kind of like what you're trying to do as an artist. You're trying to get people to stop and pay attention.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what we do.
You know, if you were so lovely as to listen to this whole podcast and you want to subscribe if you haven't already, you want to rate, you want to leave a review, you want to do whatever to support American Idol Unaired, make sure that you do that. You can watch these interviews on YouTube. Just type in American Idol Unaired. We have got interviews with singers that you didn't see on American Idol. We've got some interviews with people behind the scenes on the show, and of course, conversations like these, aired exceptions. You can follow us on Instagram at Idol Unaired Podcast. And Douglas, one more time, where do people need to go to follow you to stay posted?
You can follow me at underscore the real underscore Douglas on Instagram and TikTok on it's Douglas Mills.
It's been an honor. It's been a blast. I appreciate your time and your energy.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate me.
guys, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening or watching. This has been American Idol Unaired.